Hey everybody, it's Erin here for some Passion Works Yoga. Super happy to have you all here today, and wherever part of your day you're coming into this practice with, you are welcome. This is going to be a heart opening practice associated with the element of air, which feels very appropriate for me right now because a storm is rolling in and there's a lot of breeze coming in through the windows. You might see my curtain fly around during this class, depending on how this storm plays out, but it always feels kind of nice, exciting, and especially with the heat right now, the breeze coming in feels amazing. So a couple things that you might want to have for today's class are a strap, a bolster, or a couple of bed pillows would work, or a rolled up blanket. And I am sitting on a folded blanket right now. If you want to get something similar, you can stack as many blankets as you'd like to find a nice cushion, a little bit of elevation for your hips. And yeah, we'll start in an easy seat. So sitting up right, and really for these first few moments of practice today, you can do this from a chair. And I'll be offering different variations for poses as we move through the class. So just know you're welcome and happy that you're here. Let's get started. Letting your shoulders gently drop down away from your ears. Noticing what is touching the ground, your feet, your sitting bones. You might start to even inch up through the armpits a little bit, out of the waist. Let your hands rest easy in your lap, on your knees. Let your elbows be heavy at your sides. You might close your eyes here or soften your gaze down the tip of the nose. Letting the space in and around the eyes soften. Let the jaw unhinge. And soften the inside of your mouth. And start to notice your breath. What is your breath doing? How does it feel moving in and out of your body? You might start to slow down your breathing a little bit. And begin to feel more rather than less. Something that my teacher, Matthew Sanford, has said in classes before, a reminder that this practice is not about blocking any feelings or trying to achieve any certain feeling. It's to feel more, feel what's arising, to uncover, to open, and to be kind through the process, kind to yourself. The next couple of breaths, you can start to move a little bit. It might feel good to just kind of wiggle your fingers. I've been noticing I really like to just kind of rub my hands on the tops of the legs. It's just kind of like a A reminder that yes, I am here. A little bit of a grounding gesture. Tap into the sense of touch, feeling the texture of my pants. Find a little lift of your sternum. All right, and we'll start to move a little bit here. So just starting to wake up the spine, we'll take a slow motion cat and cow. If you'd like to come to hands and knees and do that variation of cat and cow, that would be fine, but I'll model it from seated. We'll round the back, tucking the chin in towards the chest. And feeling that kind of C curve of the spine happen. Rounding in. We'll feel into the shape, maybe a little movement. Side to side would feel good. Feel the back puff up. Even the low back, that puffing up, that rounding in. And whenever you're ready, use your hands on your legs or hands on the mat to lift your chest, lift your sternum. Cow pose. Find that shoulder blades are hugging together. Lift the chest, gently lift the chin and look up. And we'll do that one more time. So we'll round the back. Taking a couple breaths, a chance to feel into that space in the back of the body. Round in. You might even imagine the navel drawing back towards your spine. And when you're ready, shift to your cow pose. Look up, arch the back. Lift up through the armpits. Maybe wiggle a little bit to feel into the shape. Feeling more. Opening through the heart. Breathe in. And then gently come back to your upright position. So I'll place in between those two shapes. And sitting up tall, coming back to center. If you are sitting cross-legged and you want to switch the cross of your legs, that might feel nice. A little shift of weight, shift of energy. Reground through your hips. Okay, let's stretch the arms up and overhead on an in-breath. Reach up. And as you exhale, bend the elbows, lift the sternum. And we'll do this a couple of times. So reaching the arms up, inhale, kind of inching out of the low back. And as you breathe out, elbows draw back, lift the heart, maybe even look up. Again, breathing in, arms up. This is challenging. Be kind to yourself as the elbows bend, lift the heart, hug the shoulder blades together. All right, and reaching up, inhale. Let's lean to one side. Bring your hand down onto the mat, stretch alongside your ear here for a side body stretch. Or you can bring your hand behind your head. Sometimes that little reminder to lean back a little bit, having the hand there can be helpful. Maybe that feels good to you. You can walk your grounded hand out a little farther if you'd like. And if it would feel good, maybe you find a little dip down of your elbow, curling, rounding your back a bit. And inhale to come open, to roll open. Exhale, dipping down. So this breath and movement connection. Inhale, open. That is optional. If your breath is moving at a different pace, that's fine. Just follow what feels right for you, what feels useful. Let's do one more of those, kind of warming up the shoulders. Feeling into the side body, opening space for breath. And we gently come back, all the way back to center. Reach your arms up, breathe in. And as you breathe out, open the elbows wide, lift the chest. And inhale, stretch the arms up. Ooh, my arms are feeling this. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift the heart. Inhale, arms up. If you ever need a break, feel free to take that. Exhale, elbows draw back, lift the chest. And reach your arms up. Lean to the left, bring your hand on down to the mat, stretch up through the right, and then lean over. Maybe a little, maybe a lot. And feeling that. Lean to the left and space in the side of the body. Maybe hand comes behind the head. You decide where you'd like it. Lifting up through the elbow, leaning back a bit, spiral the heart open, and curl in as you exhale. And continue here. Inhale, opening, curling, lifting. And exhale, rounding in. Feel the upper back puff up. And inhale, opening up. One more time. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, peel open. And use your exhale to come back up through the center. One more time with that upper body flow. Reach your arms up. Bend your elbows, exhale. It's really warming up the upper body here. Arms up, in breath. Exhale, bend your elbows any amount. Inhale, reach up. This next time, see if you can keep your front ribs back towards the back of your body as the elbows bend. And big stretch up. Hands through your heart center here as you exhale. Palms come together. Find that little bit of a lift in the chest towards your thumbs. Maybe your eyes close. Feel that pressing of your palms together, like the bones of your hands were coming together here. Your elbows might go a little bit wider. Broaden across the collarbones. Lift your sternum towards your thumbs. Welcoming that kind, compassionate, caring attitude and practice into the heart space. Let your next in-breath be a little bit longer. And let your breath out completely. And let's release the mudra. Let's shake out the shoulders a little bit. If you'd like to adjust your seat, feel free to do so. You could cross your legs or like we have been, or even stretch your legs out here. Whatever feels best to you. We're gonna take the strap next. So I'm gonna actually stay cross-legged and yeah, we'll do a little shoulder flossing, a little waking up of the shoulders even more. So really focusing on this area of the body today. So you might just notice if you feel anything here for the next few moments. So like a little bit of tingling, a little bit of sensation, opening to that, what's arising. Sometimes closing the eyes is helpful. That's why I'm doing that, the inner focus. What sensations are coming up? You can open your eyes if they were closed, and let's take the strap in between the hands here. So wider than the shoulders. I like to think of it as like an arm's length, maybe a little longer. Check in with your wrists. If they're not angling in really dramatically, just evening that out, keeping length and space there in the wrists and the hands. Whenever you're ready, reach your arms overhead. Take a big breath in. And then let your hands fall behind you, your arms fall behind you as you hug your front ribs in. And maybe you need to slide your hands farther apart. That's totally fine. I just did. We'll just trace that same path back around. Inhale, arms up. And exhale out in front. Keep on going. Inhale, arms up. Exhale back behind you. And find your flow. Finding that rhythm. Breath in and out. Feeling that movement in your shoulder joints. What's going on there? Really a lot is going on there. The shoulder complex is a complex place in the body. A lot of connections. Kind of going in and discovering what's there through sensation. What does this feel like in your body? Let's take about 2 more rounds. Feeling pretty intense for me at this point. Really feeling it. Heat in the shoulders. Alrighty. Meeting back out front. Maybe you let a breath out of the mouth. Yes, okay, let's bring the arms back up and overhead. Bring your right hand back behind you and your left arm forward. So this is like a twist with the arms up. I'm gonna pull my right hand down as my left arm reaches up. And then maybe you start to twist the chest open to the right and kind of spiral the heart up. We're staying rooted in the lower body, curling open. Gently come back through the center. Be mindful here, just taking it as far as you'd like over to the left, left hand back and down, right arm up and forward. Maybe the chest opens to the left a bit as you pull your hands apart from each other. So this isn't something to really force into. It's sort of like a balance, a dance of energy, forward and backward, side to side, front and back. Slowly come back through the center. Take your time. And bring your hands down in front of you. You might release them from your strap, or it would suggest that you do, and set that off to the side. And just gonna rub your hands together a little bit here, just building a little bit of heat, a little bit of a release of your hands from your strap. Reconnecting hand to hand. Once you feel that heat building between your hands, just rest your hands over the heart space. You might stack the hands or place both hands gently on the chest, heart space. Just letting that heat gently melt into that area in your body. Softening tension. Whenever you are ready, release your hands. And this is where we'll take our bolster and set up for a passive chest opener. Can lay your bolster long ways on your mat. Excuse me. Like I said, a bed pillow would work for this. I really like to also use a rolled up blanket. So there's lots of options for creating a similar type of prop to a bolster if you don't have one. Blanket. I like to usually roll the fringe edge in so it kind of gets a little barrier or folded into the blanket rather than fringed out. And once your roll is wrapped up like that, again, you can just place it just like this bolster. Long ways on your mat. So whatever you choose to use, gonna rest the spine onto your prop. And usually I set my hips like an inch or two away from the edge of the bolster. And then gently lay your spine so it's totally supported by your prop. You want your head to be on your prop here, not hanging off the edge. So if you need to make an adjustment there, go ahead and do that. You might even lift your hips up off the ground for a moment and then gently set them back down. Your hands can rest where they feel comfortable, maybe out to your sides. And bring awareness to the back side of your body here. You might even extend your legs so the backs of the legs touch the ground. Notice where the arms meet the earth, back side of your arms. Notice the spine supported by your prop under you. Expanding the kind of two-dimensional awareness that we hold of our bodies sometimes, and just letting yourself take up this whole space of your body. As you rest here, I'll guide a little breathing practice to sort of embody that taking up space feeling with the breath, with air moving in and out of the body. And know that at any time if the breath work is not working for you, you can just pause and follow your inhale and exhale as it naturally moves. We'll begin by bringing awareness to the left heel, following your next inhale up the back side of your left leg, all the way to the head. And your exhale down the right side of your body to your right heel. And trace that same path back, right heel to head, inhale. Exhale, left side of the head to heel. Inhale, heel to head, left side. Exhale, head to heel, right side. Inhale from your right heel to your head. And exhale, head to left heel. Continue with this for a couple more rounds here. Let your breath fill your body. Take another cycle of that heel to head breathing. Ending on the left heel. Exhale. You can gently bring your arms out to your sides. Cross your left arm under the right, so the arms cross high up on your chest. And we'll just be here just briefly, letting the arms be heavy, crossed. Bring awareness to the space between your shoulder blades. On your next in-breath, stretch your arms out and cross your left arm on top of the right. Couple breaths here. When you feel ready, slowly unravel your arms. You can either roll onto your side from here or press yourself up. So I like to bring the soles of the feet down, use my arms, and then my hands to press on up from that reclined shape. You can set your props off to the side. We'll move towards puppy pose next. So like a down dog on the knees, nice way to sort of decompress the spine, lengthen. You start by walking your hands forward and maybe even bringing the forearms down onto the ground. Hips on top of the knees here, and slide the hands farther forward and start to melt the heart towards the earth. If that feels really challenging and tight in the shoulder area, I would recommend maybe bringing a block or even the bolster that you were just using under your forehead or even under your chest. Just creating a way to make the ground closer to you, if possible. And something to think about here is that gentle tug of the navel in towards the spine. Just like in downward facing dog, we lift the hips back a little bit. And the back is long as the arms stay active on the ground. It might feel nice to take a breath out of the mouth here. Letting go, releasing air, and beginning again with your next breath in. And a full breath out. And you may be ready to begin again. Inhale. exhale, slowly start to come out of pose. Bring your hands onto the ground. Maybe take a little bit of movement. Eventually we'll come back into a seat. Back into a seat and just gently making your way onto your back. Or you can, you're more than welcome to stay seated if that works best for you. And we'll move towards a resting place. So slowly coming down. Feel free to take any final poses, shapes, movements, stretches that would feel good to you. Eventually come to a place of stillness. Maybe the feet go wide and you tip the knees together. It might feel nice to place one hand over your heart, one hand on the belly. Just settle into your breathing here. You might even feel the beat of your heart under your palm. It's a reminder of that kind, compassionate, caring energy that lives within the heart. It's always with you. You are more than welcome to rest longer if you'd like. And begin to find some movement, maybe a big stretch. Eventually rolling onto your side. Press yourself up to sit. Finding your sitting bones, sitting up tall. And if you'd like, sweep the arms overhead and inhale. Bring your hands together in front of the heart. Exhale and bow your head in. Acknowledging yourself for showing up for this practice. Acknowledging all it took for you to get here. Breathing in together and breathing out. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time.